The asteroid Lilith in the second house, a deep exploration. The placement of the asteroid Lilith, specifically 1181 Lilith, distinct from the black moon Lilith point, in the astrological chart represents our relationship with the shadow self, the untamed and repressed instincts, and the areas where we encounter societal taboos. When this raw, primal energy is placed in the second house, it profoundly shapes how you interact with personal resources, self-worth, and survival mechanisms. The second house is traditionally associated with material possessions, personal income, values, and the physical body. Placing Lilith here creates a unique friction between your internal, unconventional instincts and external, material reality. The core archetypes in the second house. In astrology, the second house represents the foundation of security and the tangible world. It governs self-worth and esteem, how you value yourself irrespective of external validation. Finances and assets, your earning power, spending habits, and relationship with money. The physical body, your sensory connection to the material plane and physical comfort. When asteroid Lilith enters this domain, she brings her archetype of the outcast and the untamed. You are likely to experience a complex, often polarizing, relationship with the concepts of security and ownership. There is a deep-seated fear of being denied the resources needed for survival, which can result in either an extreme accumulation of assets or a total rejection of material wealth as a form of rebellion against societal expectations. Psychological and emotional dynamics. The second house is intimately tied to early conditioning around security and worth. With Lilith placed here, you may have grown up feeling that your authentic self or your innate needs were somehow unacceptable or too much for your environment. 1. The shadow of self-worth. Individuals with this placement often struggle with an internalized sense of worthlessness. You might compare yourself to others and feel as though you do not belong in conventional financial or social structures. This can manifest in two distinct ways. Overcompensation, working tirelessly to accumulate wealth and material goods to prove your value to the world. Under-earning, believing on a subconscious level that you do not deserve abundance, leading to financial instability or an unconscious sabotage of your earning potential. 2. Taboos around money and power. You may view traditional financial systems or the pursuit of wealth with skepticism or disdain. Lilith despises being controlled, and in the house of money, this can translate to an intense resistance to traditional 9-to-5 jobs, debt, or financial dependence. You may seek alternative, unconventional, or secretive methods of generating income to maintain your autonomy. Manifestation in daily life and relationships. 1. Financial autonomy and control. Financial independence is not just a practical goal for you, it is a psychological necessity. Having someone else control your resources or hold power over your financial survival can feel deeply violating or restrictive. You require a sense of absolute freedom in how you spend, save, and generate your income. 2. The body and physical comfort. Because the second house governs the physical body, Lilith here brings a highly intuitive, often raw connection to your physicality. You may experience periods of rejecting conventional beauty and health standards, or alternatively, feel an intense, magnetic attraction to sensory pleasures. The way you feed, clothe, and care for your body is highly individualistic and defies mainstream trends. Evolutionary growth and integration. The journey of healing a second house Lilith involves integrating the rejected parts of your nature into your financial and personal values. Reclaiming your value. The ultimate lesson of this placement is recognizing your inherent worth without needing to rely on material possessions or societal approval to validate your existence. Owning your desires. Instead of suppressing your desires for material comfort or financial security out of fear or rebellion, you are challenged to embrace these desires with authenticity and power. Key insight: true abundance comes when you stop hiding the wild, unconventional aspects of your personality and instead integrate them into how you generate your livelihood and view your personal value. The transit of asteroid Lilith through the second house. When asteroid Lilith, 1181, transits the second house of your natal chart, a profound shift occurs regarding how you value yourself and manage your material world. Unlike the long-term or generational cycles of outer planets, this transit lasts for a few months, bringing sharp, sudden awareness to the taboos, shadows, and raw passions connected to your personal resources, physical comfort, and self-worth. During this period, the untamed, unconventional energy of the Lilith archetype pushes you to confront where you have compromised your independence for the sake of financial security or societal approval. The core dynamics of the transit. The second house governs the tangible foundations of your life, income, personal belongings, self-esteem, and your physical body. When transiting asteroid Lilith moves through this area, its primary themes manifest as follows. Rebellion against financial restrictions. You may experience a sudden urge to break away from conventional employment, debt, or financial arrangements that feel restrictive. Confronting hidden shame. Issues surrounding having enough or feelings of unworthiness are brought to the surface, demanding to be addressed. Unconventional earning power. You might discover alternative, radical, or highly creative ways to generate income that reflect your authentic self rather than a corporate mold. Psychological and behavioral shifts. As Lilith moves through this sector, your relationship with material stability undergoes a period of intense testing. 1. The breakdown of false security. Lilith despises being controlled, and in the second house, she challenges the structures that make you feel trapped. You may find yourself questioning the value of your possessions or the emotional cost of your job. If you have been staying in a secure but unfulfilling position out of fear, this transit can trigger a sudden desire to quit or renegotiate your terms entirely. The fear of survival is stripped of its power, allowing you to see that your worth is not tied to a bank account. 2. Radical self-worth. The transit acts as a spotlight on your internalized insecurities. If you have been under-earning or tolerating poor treatment because you felt you deserved no better, Lilith brings this shadow to light. The energy can feel uncomfortable, even volatile, but it serves to awaken a deep, instinctual sense of self-respect. You are pushed to say, I am worth more, and to demand fair compensation for your time and energy. Practical manifestations in daily life. During this 4 to 5 month transit, the events you encounter will likely revolve around the material plane and your physical reality. Financial surprises. You might experience an unexpected expense or a sudden change in income that forces you to rely on your own raw talent and ingenuity rather than traditional safety nets. Re-evaluating the physical body. You may feel an impulse to change how you present yourself physically, rejecting mainstream beauty standards in favor of a raw, authentic, and natural aesthetic. Boundary setting with resources. You may become highly protective of your belongings, time, and money, refusing to share or lend out resources if you feel it compromises your autonomy. Evolutionary growth and integration. The ultimate purpose of this transit is not to create chaos in your finances, but to align your material world with your authentic soul values. Letting go of shame. By facing the taboos around money and self-worth, you shed the societal conditioning that tells you to be quiet or accommodating. Claiming true abundance. You learn that true abundance comes from trusting your internal resources and refusing to compromise your autonomy for external comfort. Key insight. When Lilith transits your second house, the chaos you experience is often the necessary destruction of outdated structures, clearing the path to true self-sufficiency. Subscribe, like, and share.